Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you today how to solve a Rubik's Cube for beginners by a beginner. I only picked up a Rubik's Cube a short time ago and I learned how to solve it within 24 hours. Now that's not to brag, but I did notice that it was really hard to find a good informative video or good informative instructions on Google on how to solve one. And I really didn't believe that I could do it, and I was able to do it within 24 hours. So I know if I can do it, anyone can do it. So I'm going to do a step-by-step how to solve it for beginners. Nothing too complicated. Please just follow along step-by-step. Go back, rewind, redo a step if you have to, redo the Rubik's Cube if you have to. And let's get started. So the first step that we're trying to do here is doing something called making the sunflower. So what we're going to do here is hold it this way so that the yellow middle piece is on top, white middle piece will always be on the bottom, and what we're trying to do is put 4 white pieces or petals around this yellow center. So I see a white middle piece here. We'll turn it so it's in the center. It's okay if there's another white piece here. We're going to look for the other ones. Here's another one. We'll just turn it so it lines up there, and we're looking for the last 2. Here's one. So what we're just going to do here is turn it so it lines up, turn it up, and that's the third one. Now we're looking for the last one. The last one is right there. And we don't want to move the ones on the top, so what we're going to do is just turn it here to line it up, because we know we're going to be turning that, and just turn it that way. Just make sure always to keep the yellow on top, the white on bottom. That's how we want to hold it. So for step 2, what we're trying to do is put these white petals on the bottom. So how we're going to do that is we're going to match up these middle pieces adjacent to the middle piece here. So we can see red and red are together. So what we're going to do, just turn it, and that white piece is on the bottom. We're turning it 180 degrees, and we're doing that for the other 3 petals here, but make sure that they match up. So this orange and blue do not match up. We turn it, and these 2 oranges match up. So now we can put it on the bottom. You can see it's on the bottom. And now we're going to do that for the other 2 here. Turn it. One more. Blue matches up. Put it on the bottom. And the last one here, we're matching the green. We can see the green there. And just like that, we have the white T. So with this step, what we're trying to do is solve this bottom layer here all across right there. And how we're going to do this is with this one movement, and I'll show you what the movement is. You're going to be able to do it with your right hand, and you have to be able to do it with your left hand. So what you do is just like this, and then again with your left hand, just like that. I will say though, I found it very difficult for someone to use R, U, F, L, you know, all those instructions on how to turn the cube. I found it easier just to watch someone turn the cube. So please just watch that, how I do that turn over and over again so you can get the movements down. Okay, so what we're trying to do again is solve this bottom layer. So here, we're gonna go like that. And a trick here is if you see a white piece on the top corners here, and an orange adjacent or whatever color, just match this piece with this piece if it has a white piece right there. And do that movement just like that, and that orange piece is there. Again, this green piece is adjacent to this white piece, just like that. That's what you want to look for. It makes it easier. So we want to match it up with the green, just like that. There's the white piece, and do this movement. And it puts the white on the bottom. You see this again, blue, white. And then we just have one left here. So we're going to look for it. It's right there. Another trick you can do, match it up right over top of it. You can see the white piece is right over top of it. And we're just going to do that movement. I'm going to do it right here because we're still trying to solve this piece here. Just like that. And if you don't see that piece, you can just keep doing this until you find that good movement for you to do. Just like this. It just inherently pops up. And there we go. We solved the bottom piece. The bottom white, and we've solved the bottom here. So this next step here is a little trickier, but essentially what we're trying to do is solve the middle lines here. And the way that we do that is by looking at this middle piece and this middle piece here. Ignore the yellow for now. I'll explain that after. But basically, we see this red piece. We want to line it up, or whatever color it is, with its middle piece here. And then we see what color this is. In this case, it's blue. And blue is on the left side. So we're going to use our left hand. So we're going to do this movement. Similar to the last one. Just like that. Turn it so that this piece is facing us and white is on the side, and do the same move as before. Now I will say that movement that I did, the first one there, was a little different. We didn't do the up movement, we just did the top movement and then the rest of it. So I will show you this again. In this case, again, we have this blue piece, we have orange, and orange is on the left side. So with your left hand, we're not going to push it up, we're going to do just like this. And again, please just rewatch that movement over and over again. That's what really helped me. Turn it, because we're trying to put the white on the bottom now. Just like that. And then we have a couple others here. We see this red and green. Match up the red. Green is on the right side, right there. Green is right there. Just like that. And then turn. Look at this. We're trying to put the white on the bottom. Just like that. And white is on the bottom. And we've almost solved it. All we have left is this one. If we look around, there's a green piece we can match right there. Orange is right there. We'll just go like this. Turn. Turn. And we've done it. We've solved the second layer there. So the next step here is we're trying to make a yellow T at the top. And the way that we do this is kind of different depending on how your Rubik's Cube looks. So basically what we're going to do is, if your Rubik's Cube looks like this, where you want it to look like it's a 9 o'clock, you want to hold it like this at 9 o'clock. You can see 12 and 9. That's what it looks like. And this is the move you're going to do. Just like that, and we have the yellow T. Yours might look a little different. Just do that movement regardless until you get that 9 o'clock, and then you can do that movement, and you will end up with something like this. After that, we're going to do another movement. We're going to do, make sure that your yellow piece is on the left-hand side when you see it right here. If it isn't, just keep turning it until you get a yellow piece on the left-hand side. And we're going to do this movement. Just like that. Okay? And we're going to do that movement again, but make sure that this blank piece, so it looks like a 3 o'clock, like this, is facing that way. Alright? So it's at 3 o'clock. And we're going to do it again. And the yellow is solved. It might take several times to do that over and over again. Just make sure you're lining it up correctly, as I've mentioned. Alright, for the next step, what we're going to try to do is look at the top layer here and look for two pieces that are corners that are matching. So in this case, two greens are matching here. Line it up with its side right there. And what we're going to do is this movement. Just like that. I know that looks very complicated, but I will put the instructions down below and possibly on screen so you can follow along with that. Alright, so the final step, your Rubik's Cube will look something like this. You might have one solved side, you might not, but you'll have these pieces right here out of place. And basically what we're trying to do is solve them. So if your Rubik's Cube looks like mine, where it has one solved side, we're going to turn it, make sure that solved side is away from us, alright? And if you don't have one that looks like that, that's okay. This movement will get you to that spot, and then you're going to do this movement again to get you in the spot to solve it. So this is what the movement is. just like that. And then we're going to do it one more time. And it's solved. If you have any questions, if something is really unclear, please let me know. Let me know how I can do this better. I want people to be able to solve this. I was able to solve it really quick. And some of the techniques I learned really helped me. So if I can clarify some things, I would love to do that. Thanks, guys.